You didn't see me coming here.
Just for a little bit in. Like, I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So I've been sitting on these videos for a long time, but those are some videos that were sent to me of things that were found on the internet that just cannot be explained. Now this video is a bit scary, so I hope you're ready. Make sure you have. Now that one was a bit.
Deceased woman appears to open her eyes inside her coffin. Wait. Okay, either she's still alive or you're using that TikTok filter where you can open someone's eyes. Interesting. You should probably open it up and see if she's okay. Unless she's trying to fake her own death, but I don't know why you'd want to do that and bury yourself alive like that. But hey, Mr. Beast did it, so why can't she?
See, that's how I know I'll be on TikTok too much, because that is the first thing I thought about. Like, did they use that filter on her? Because what do you mean? Why did her eyes open up like that? I mean, it makes sense because everything is stiff, rigor mortis. But my thing is.
And she.
It's not a movie set. Those sound like hellhounds. Is it just me? Maybe it's supernatural that I watch too much, but those sound like hellhounds coming to get these girls. What is that?
Hello, I'm sorry to bother you, but there is a creepy guy who's been following me for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Can I stay at your place until he's gone?
Yeah, come
Thank
in.
you.
Are you okay?
I just hope you didn't see me coming here.
Yeah?
Hello.
What is it?
I was out for a walk with my wife and
Yeah?
we had a little argument and I lost sight of her.
Yeah, and?
Have you seen a young woman by any chance?
No, I'm sorry.
25 years.
No,
Blue eyes.
no, sorry, bye.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Bye. Hey. It's okay, he's gone.
Can you check if he's gone?
Yeah, it's fine, he's gone.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
See things, because I beg your finest pardon? What do you mean you guys had a small argument and she's running away? What? Sir, the man looked like the lights are on, but there's nobody home. He looked gone. He looked like he was on something. But you know what, though? I'm glad he opened the door, because I don't know if I would have opened the door for her. You know? It's so weird to see just the way she was running, knocking, and then at nighttime, if I was just at home by myself, I would feel a little sus, even though I wouldn't feel right leaving her out there. But I also feel sus, like, cause look, okay, trust but check at the same time, okay? Because people are now using women and children to basically snatch people up. So I would be really sus, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that he did help her, because that man looked like he was on something, and he does not look like her husband. I don't know. What do you guys think? What would you have done? Because he doesn't seem like her husband, and if they are, for her to be running for her life.
This is why I don't have mirrors in my house, because they're literal portals to other dimensions. So this fellow was alone at home and started hearing strange sounds. Freaked out, he started to film to try capture the sounds to prove to his girlfriend that he wasn't imagining things. He really wasn't expecting this to happen. Watch this.
No. Não é possível!
So did you see the one in the, did you see the thing in the mirror? Because it gave off, you know, the grudge, like the lady with the hair all over her face and everything. That's what I saw in that video. I don't know if you guys saw it. I mean, it could be edited, it could be AI, I'm not sure. But to me, I remember seeing this when I woke up one night because I had the mirror facing my bedroom or my bed. When I woke up, I saw that.
Where is my grandma?
Heaven.
Do you remember my grandma? Where is my grandma? Where is she?
Up in heaven. What did she do to make her go up in heaven? Did she do a smoker?
No, she didn't do a smoker.
What?
She was just very old. She was almost 93, and her body just got very tired. She was too old.
Was she, did you grandma almost couldn't walk?
She was old. She could walk, but she was old. Okay?
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
What?
Your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
Now, Jamie adds that her grandmother had called her Jamila growing up, and that there's no way that her daughter could have known this, as she was never told about her nickname.
That was the first thing I saw. That is too cute. This mother basically says that her daughter could have never had known that her grandma called her, the mom, that name because the baby wasn't even born yet when the grandma had passed away. And in my opinion, and based on like what I've learned from cultures and everything, older people like grandmas and newborn like children are the closest to the spirit world because one, the grandparents, right? The grandparents are leaving and the children are just coming back. So they literally just came back from being tapped into the spiritual world, and the grandmas who are getting ready to die, like grandmas and grandpas are getting ready to die. So therefore they are closer to the spirit realm because they're about to go and return back to the spirit realm. So I believe that children have a higher sense of, you know, catching spirits and hearing them and seeing.
First off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like, I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as possible.
I'm not trying to go back near this tree. I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like it just, like it just flew open. Like can y'all? Nah, what the? Can y'all see it? Nah, hell no. Heck, nah.
Hi, okay, it's closing time like always. We look crazy as hell. Tonight it's me and Paxton again. There she is, working her little fingies to the bone. She just came to the office once again with an update. So what happened?
So I was just working back here doing whatever, and I heard that box of gum fall off the shelf. Nobody's back here but me.
Well, I was in the office, but I didn't know. So. Okay, so I guess what we can is we can try the AI.
Yeah, the AI.
To see if there's anybody back here that shouldn't be back here. So let me flip the camera. Okay, we're gonna do it right over here. Those boxes just fell off. Okay.
Oh.
What the fuck? Okay, okay, all right, let's see. Dude, there's nobody there.
Try it.
Okay, hold on, let's see. I don't want to. I am too tired. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let's go right here.
Oh, what?
What the fuck is... Let me... There's nobody in the damn store. I hate this place. I hate it here. I hate it here. I'm gonna do it right here real quick and see. Okay, it's showing someone. She was working hard. Mm-mm.
Oh, no, not there.
Okay, let's try it one more time down here.
Is that here? What is that? Oh.
What the fuck was that? Hold on, let me... Oh, let me... I don't know. What the fuck that was. All right, Paxton, we're done. I'm not doing this tonight. All right. We're going, okay. We're gonna come right in here. Okay. So we're done. That's it for the night. All right, here's Paxton. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not.
A little freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
We're definitely done for the evening.
Might put in my 2 weeks in too.
There is a reason why this TikTok is kept from my friends and family members. It's because I share stuff like this. By the end of this video, you're gonna think that I'm completely crazy or I'm lying. I promise you that I'm neither. I need to tell you a little bit of a backstory. Today, me and my husband were coming home from a little weekend getaway. I was a little upset at my husband, a little irritated, and so I wasn't talking to him. And that is important. Super important part of the story. So just remember, I was not talking to my husband. My husband was driving and I was in the passenger seat. I was just kind of like looking up in the sky and I noticed the clouds. I started to like imagine little pictures in the clouds. A lot of people do this. Look up at the sky, see a really pretty cloud, like, oh look, that looks like an elephant, or that looks like a bear, that looks like a dog, whatever, you get it, right? So I was doing that. And while I was doing that, I had this thought in my head where I was like, you know, it would be really cool for like an artist or something to like take pictures of clouds and draw out what they're seeing in the clouds, sharing that, kind of like using the clouds as their artwork. My thought, I was like, you know, this artist could have like a style where like being imaginative and like finding beauty in the clouds and sharing that. So thought that it would be cool if somebody like took pictures of clouds and then they like put it in like an AI software and then told the AI software like, you know, help people see, you know, a dog in this cloud, and then like watch the cloud morph into like the dog or whatever. I don't know, just like random freaking thoughts, right? And remember, I'm not talking to my husband, so that's like a thought that I completely had to myself. I didn't share that with him. Fast forward to tonight, scrolling along Facebook, this pops up. First of all, look at this. Are you seeing this? How? Okay, so I don't know about you, but this is freaking weird, and you call it a coincidence all you freaking want, but I'm gonna tell you right now, a coincidence to me would be like me maybe like thinking like, oh, I need to buy a new bathing suit, and then like scrolling on Facebook and seeing that there was like bathing suits for sale or an ad for swimsuits, and that stuff happens to you all the time, but that's weird, whatever. But this is like 20 out of 10 weird. This is the most specific and most random thought that I have ever had in my private little brain, and yet here we are displaying it on Facebook for me to find, like within just a few minutes, by the way, of me scrolling for the first time on Facebook for the whole day. So I don't know if anybody can explain to me like how this happened, but I'm convinced that somehow my thoughts are being like, I can't even say it out loud, it sounds too freaking weird, but how else would you, how do you explain this? And it cannot just be a coincidence. This is too freaking random, guys. Too freaking random. It's so freaky. It's literally beyond freaky. I just can't.
Videos that cannot be explained.
You hear that? It's all done? All right, Jake, you going to bed now? All right. Got this nice bottle of boiling water to keep my sleeping bag warm, but I'm not quite ready to go to bed, so just gonna put it right there. On that note, I think I'm gonna get my bed set up. Always try to put something in between the stove and my sleeping bag in case I roll around in the night. I don't want that sleeping bag even touching that stove. It'll melt a hole, or worse yet, catch on fire. Go sleep and I'll see you guys in the morning.
Let's talk about one of the creepiest kids' toys ever to exist, the Furby. These toys are super popular in the late 90s and early 2000s. But what made them so creepy? Well, if you take one apart, it looks just like this. One of the creepiest things about Furbies is that they had a power store inside of them, so removing the batteries did nothing. Unless you laid them down like they were sleeping, they were still going to talk to you at 3 a.m. and give you night terrors. To add on to this, if you ignore the Furby for too long, it actually changes its voice. So it sounds kind of guttural and demonic. Also, the Furby's language is called Furbish, which really sounds like they're speaking in tongues when you hear them. They also scream "feed me" in the middle of the night too. Let me show you a creepy example of a Furby toy. Check this out. Now imagine waking up to that at 2 or 3 a.m. as a child on top of that. Also, there's somebody on Craigslist that turns your Furbies into huge Furbies, which, this is even scarier than the original. Imagine this thing going off at 2 or 3 a.m. I wouldn't be able to sleep for the rest of my life. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below and what you guys want me to talk about next.
So a lot of you may recognize this toy as a Furby. A lot of people believe that Furbies are evil, but a new theory suggests that not only are they evil, but they are also predators. So Furbies are well known amongst millennials and Gen Z, terrifying animatronic toys that were created in the late 90s. Most people probably had one or knew someone that did, and they are mostly produced for children. Considering that Furbies were one of the first popular animatronic toys to be mass-produced around the world, they were fairly experimental. This meant that they didn't always work perfectly and resulted in some pretty scary malfunctions for a lot of people throughout the years. These malfunctions resulted in the widespread theory that Furbies are evil. And the theory that Furbies are evil definitely still holds up today, as seen in the viral tweet that notes Furby's iconic design, saying that Furby's eyes are on top of the head and implies that it's a predator. Other theories about the furry animatronics started to circulate back in the late 90s and early 2000s just after their release. People believe that Furbies could teach their children to swear and tamper with medical equipment because of their ability to repeat speech. And there's some also wild theories, like theories of Furbies posing a threat to national security by disrupting Federal Aviation Administration flight equipment and the use of real cat and dog fur in the manufacture of these really creepy toys. Now on to one of the craziest theories, and that's that they could actually launch spacecraft. So this theory spread because of the use of sensors on the Furbies, and it was such a strange and modern technology at the time that people didn't really understand how it worked, and so they came up with the theory that it could launch spacecraft. Many people out there have shared their own stories of Furbies displaying scary and predatory behavior. In the Ask Reddit subreddit, many users have told stories about waking up in the middle of the night with Furbies sitting on their beds and hearing Furbies laugh evilly at them. Some even tell stories of their Furbies speaking backwards and demonically, and others say that they have been sentient. So I never had the nightmarish experience of owning a Furby myself, but I've heard many stories that leave me convinced that they're pretty evil. So let me know in the comments if you have any stories of your own to share, and enjoy this whack clip that I found.
The beast awakens.
What's that?
Shut up.
My Furby.
The first gigapet.
Play a game, Dad. Your Furby's from and it brought mine with it.
You'll be dead by morning.
Furby, the game.
Tell me your childhood Furby ghost story. I feel like most people I've talked with who've had a Furby growing up have had something weird go on with it, okay? With mine, it would most of the time be turned off because it freaked me out so much. And sometimes in the middle of the night, it would just start talking. And it was turned off. And even during the day, it was turned off. Why only at night would it turn on and start talking to me? Like, what? My boyfriend said his house growing up was haunted and his Furby was always turned off. But one time in him and his brother's room, the Furby turned on at like 4 o'clock in the morning and was like, I see you. I don't know, man. Something about these Furbies. It was just weird. Tell me your story.
You ever see a Furby in a random spot, you should never pick it up.
Like the toy Furby?
Yeah, so there's a legend that you should never pick up an abandoned Furby because one day, 2 kids found a Furby in the woods outside their grandparents' house, and it was super dirty and super beat up, so they decided to take it home and clean it. But after cleaning it, they noticed it had red eyes, which was super unusual, so they decided to put batteries in it, and once they put batteries in it, it started speaking like how a Furby does. Like, you don't really know what it's saying.
Right, it always used to make some kind of weird sound.
Yeah, but right after this, it then started to speak English, and it was only repeating the phrase, put me back.
What?
Yeah, then the grandma came into the room and asked them where they got the Furby, and when she found out it was from the woods, she took it and ran it back out into the woods, and she told the kids that
So the 2 dolls from Toy Story are basically just dancing. What? How did...
What?
Somebody's in the window, keep it up.
Who's not?
Don't go nowhere. Stay right here.
You know what's so interesting? Is the fact that I always feel like my dolls be doing the same exact thing when I'm not around. Like when I was a kid, I always had the inkling that my dolls just be living their best life when I'm not around. You know, because it always seems so strange to me. But then they came out with this movie of dolls doing that. And then there's just dolls, children dolls nowadays that I just find to be real creepy. They just be doing some creepy stuff. You know those round dolls? And they have the weird ears and the big, big eyes. I don't know what they call them, but they're fluffy and they have the big eyes and they sing or do whatever. I've never owned one of those dolls, but I've heard some strange stories about people. I always thought for some reason, since Toys R Us sold the Ouija board, which can basically open up portals to things that you do not want in your life if you don't know how to play it, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they actually sold haunted dolls. I honestly would not be surprised. So that's the reason why I always had these thoughts in my head, like, why all of a sudden, out of nowhere, suspiciously, coincidentally, they come out with a movie that dolls can actually move, and they do all these things when they're not around us. They make it seem, oh, this is normal. Even though as a child, way before this movie came out, I always thought that my dolls were doing that. It's like they read my mind or something, you know? Because I thought this ever since I was a kid. Like, I knew that my dolls would come to life, although they probably didn't. But I felt that they come to life when I'm not around. And they be having a good old funky time at the house. So anyways, guys, that's my take on this whole video. I hope you enjoy the spooky, weird videos that can be. See, that's how I know I'll be on TikTok too much. Because that is the first thing I thought about. Like, did they use that filter on her? Because what do you mean? Why did her eyes open up like that? I mean, it makes sense because everything is stiff, rigor mortis. But my thing is, like I said, we're going to touch up some stuff on this book. So in this book is called Spell of Abundance, Love, Wealth, and Protection. So in this book, on the first page, actually, I have a glamour affirmation that you will basically say, you stand in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself and you admire yourself and you will say to yourself how beautiful you are. You'll basically seal this your beauty, like your glam, after you've done your makeup, or even stand in front of the mirror naked with nothing on, so you can really reaffirm yourself of your beauty, of your confidence and all that. This book is mainly for like self-confidence and self-elevation, you know, calling the goddess in you, calling the divinity in you, you know, calling the beauty in you, and also work with the moon because the moon represents the woman, the mother, womb, water, all of this. So yeah, I have all the steps in here of all the spells that you need to do. It even has one for to get rid of unwanted guests. It's pretty funny. To get rid of unwanted guests. And this book right here, right? So I'm gonna run down real quick of all the materials that you're going to need. You will need a brand new broom. It has to be brand new. And you'll need a piece of parchment paper, a black pen, a black trash bag, because we're going to get rid of this sucker, right? And of course your intentions. And also I have spells on here that you can say. I have daily affirmations. And also I have spells on here that you can do every single day to work with the energy of the planets of the day, and also the archangels that work with the day. So anyways, there's so many spells. There's a 7-day manifestation spell with archangels. And let's see. A 30-day money spell with bay leaves and the Fihu sign, which is a money sign. It's like an F with the extra part. Anyways, the symbol's there, and I even show you like what you need to do, what the sigil look like, all that. And the keys to enhance your spell. So there are different things on here on how to enhance your spell and basically grow your finance, grow your love, self-love, self-admiration, chance to say to yourself to give you that extra energy to go about your day. And also tips to enhance your spell. Oh, I already said this. And morning coffee abundance prosperity spell. You guys remember I just shared a video about morning coffee and how important it is when it comes to hoodoo, and how you can basically use your first cup of coffee in the morning to manifest a better life or a better day, or to bring forth money to you. So don't let, you know, you're already doing these things anyway, so you might as well just incorporate something a little bit extra to basically boost your thing. And here's a to influence your boss spell. So this one, I'm sure people who are actually working are going to love this. It's to influence your boss and attract favors towards you at work. Because look, in this economy, we're all working and we need some boost at work, and we also sometimes need to be tied to our job, so therefore you don't get fired. You know what I mean? So there's some stuff that you could do to basically tie yourself to your job, and or tie the job to you. And once you're done and you're all tired of that job, you can get rid of it. It's not something that's completely permanent, but use magic, guys. It's here for you to use. You have the herbs in your closet, you have the herbs in your pantry, you have the candles that you could just simply buy some candles super cheap. Use magic to elevate your life. Use magic to make yourself better. Let me tell you, Jesus was out here using magic, okay? Walking on water and stuff and turning water into wine. Sounds like magic to me. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.